President, and I thank Secretary General Guterres for his briefing earlier. Colleagues, a ceasefire and hostage release deal was long overdue. Thanks to the efforts of Qatar, Egypt, and the United States, the sides have reached an agreement consistent with Resolution 2735 to end the conflict that Hamas set into motion more than 470 days ago. This deal will halt the fighting in Gaza, surge much-needed humanitarian assistance to Palestinian civilians, and, most importantly, reunite the hostages with their families after more than 15 months in captivity. It is the result not only of the extreme pressure that Hamas has been under and the changed regional equation after a ceasefire in Lebanon and weakening of Iran, but also of dogged and painstaking diplomacy. This conflict should have ended long ago. We must never forget the lives taken as a result of the brutal Hamas terrorist attack on October 7th and the horrors endured by countless innocent people in the war that followed. We cannot allow Hamas to continue playing spoiler on behalf of the Palestinian people any longer. Not after it started this conflict through its barbaric attack on October 7th and its deplorable behavior ever since. We have seen Hamas cynically weaponize the suffering of Palestinians by using civilian infrastructure, like schools and hospitals, to store caches of weapons, house fighters, and coordinate attacks. We have also seen Hamas play the victim, making appeals to the international community on behalf of Palestinians in Gaza, while at the same time actively making decisions and employing tactics that put them in danger. We can no longer allow Hamas to dominate the Palestinian political landscape in Gaza. We welcome the Palestinian leadership's recent statements emphasizing how Hamas is placing the interests of Tehran over that of the Palestinian people, and thereby bringing about the destruction in Gaza. Israel's fight is with Hamas, not with the Palestinian civilians the terrorist group falsely claims to represent, but often put in harm's way. No one benefits from a deepening humanitarian crisis in Gaza, least of all the millions of Palestinian civilians mired in a conflict they did not start and are powerless to stop. Colleagues, now is the time for all parties to ensure critical aid reaches those in need throughout Gaza. We urge countries to support this effort through funding and resources and to help scale up much-needed humanitarian aid. Colleagues, as we all know, work to finalize the ceasefire was difficult. It took far too long to reach an agreement to end the bloodshed. In the near future, the region's leaders will need to make difficult choices to help forge a new reality. The United States, Qatari, and Egyptian-mediated ceasefire is a starting point toward a future that provides equal measures of security, freedom, and dignity for both Palestinians and Israelis. Despite the horrific toll of the conflict that Hamas unleashed, we have an historic opportunity to dramatically transform the Middle East. It is long past time for the fighting to end and for the work of building peace and security to begin, to help people begin rebuilding their lives. The United States will do everything in its power to help Israelis and Palestinians seize this moment together and find peace through this agreement. I thank you.